Greetings, everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. We are back again with more Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. During this video, if I reference mechanics from a base class that you're unfamiliar with, there's a link in the description to my 25 base class mechanics video that will provide more information. Alright, let's get back into prestige classes, starting with Hellknight. To get this class, you need ranks in 2 different skills, a base attack bonus of 5, heavy armor proficiency, and you need a lawful or true neutral alignment. Most classes that increase base attack bonus at a high rate will be able to get this easily, especially Armiger, which lore-wise is the proper class to use before Hellknight. The earliest you can get this class is level 6. At level 1 you will get Smite Chaos, which works just like the Paladin version except it applies to chaotic enemies instead of evil ones. Unfortunately, that means this doesn't work against the many neutral evil enemies littered throughout the game, but it is still very effective. Remember that you can stack smites from different sources, so both your Hellknight and Seela can slap a smite on an enemy for bonuses. You also get to choose a Hellknight order, and each of them come with unique abilities. A couple of standouts are Order of the Scourge, which imposes a will saving throw penalty up to -4 on all enemies whenever you kill one, and Order of the Nail, which gives favored enemy bonuses against one type of enemy up to +6. At level 2 you will get your first of 3 rankings in armor training, which works just like the fighter version. Hellknights are known for their heavy imposing armor, so this is definitely a welcome benefit. At level 3 you get your first ranking of Force of Will, which provides a bonus against fear, charm, or compulsion saves. Charm and compulsion debuffs are very difficult to deal with, especially late in the game, so this is useful to have. You also get your first rank of Disciplines, which provide the Hellknight with additional ability. The DC for these abilities uses your charisma modifier, which is almost certainly not going to be very high, so most of these are useless, but there are 2 standout options. Fearsomeness causes creatures that you successfully demoralize to become frightened instead of shaken, which makes them run from you and provokes attacks of opportunity. You have to gear your whole party around taking advantage of this, otherwise the enemies can run into nearby rooms and aggro other groups, but it's still a fantastic debuff. This means for 3 levels you can get Smite Evil, Favorite Enemy, Armor Training, a small saves boost, and Frightening on enemies. Plus, your base attack bonus will continue increasing at a high level. That's a phenomenal dip for intimidation builds. The other option is Onslaught, which lets you, as a free action up to 3 times per day, gain 10 feet of speed and a +4 bonus to strength for 1 round. If you are mounted, these bonuses also apply to your pet. This is obviously a fantastic option to trigger during boss battles. I know some people are big fans of Pentamic Faith, which lets you choose a domain from a limited list and gets its abilities as you gain Hellknight levels. I am not a fan of this because most of the great abilities from these domains come at level 8, forcing you to almost max out Hellknight, which I don't think is worth it. Starting at level 7, your attacks are treated as lawful for the purpose of overcoming damage reduction. This is nothing to write home about, but it's cool from a thematic perspective. At level 9, when wearing armor, you gain a +2 bonus on persuasion checks and some elemental resistance. Neither of these bonuses are particularly relevant, especially at character level 15. Finally, at level 10, you can add the axiomatic Flaming Burst or Unholy special ability to your weapon, and you are immune to fire when wearing armor. These are both nice, but not worth taking 10 levels in Hellknight. Overall, I rank this class an S. Hellknight provides you with fantastic mechanics right up front that help flesh out very useful builds. On top of that, it has a huge thematic pool as well. There are multiple unique dialogues for being a Hellknight, a few quests that specifically revolve around Hellknights, and you get a Hellknight party member who has lines acknowledging you as a peer. The Devil Mythic Path also has unique dialogue if you are a Hellknight. It's not a large amount by any means, but there's no class that has more reactivity in the game than Hellknight does. Next on the list is Hellknight Signifier. To get this class, you need rankings in 3 skills, the ability to cast 3rd level arcane or divine spells, a lawful or true neutral alignment, and you need to have the warrior priest or arcane armor training feat. Arcane armor training is very easy for arcane spellcasters to pick up, and warrior priest is equally easy for divine casters to get. Obviously, full spellcasters will be able to pick up this class much quicker, but outside of that, any class that has spells can easily clear these requirements. The earliest you can get this class is level 6. At level 1, you are able to get a Hellknight order. We've already reviewed these, and the only other one I think should be pointed out is Order of the Gate. This option will reduce your arcane spell failure chance by 20%, which is important since this class revolves around spell casting while armored. You also get heavy armor proficiency, which is great because more than likely your main casting class did not provide this, and it's necessary to be a true Hellknight. At level 1, you also get Hellknight Signifier spellcasting, which works just like arcane spellcasting in that it allows you to continue gaining spell levels from your main class while leveling up as a Hellknight Signifier. The only difference is this applies to both arcane and divine spellcasters. At level 2, if you have the arcane armor training feat, you automatically pick up arcane armor mastery, which will reduce your spell failure chance when wearing armor by 20%. Obviously, this is very nice for the build, and you don't need an alternative option for divine casters because they can cast while wearing armor. At level 3, you gain a reduction of up to 10% to arcane spell failure chance, your speed is not reduced when wearing medium or heavy armor, and your armor check penalty is reduced by up to 2 points. All of this again fits in nicely with the theme of this class. At level 4, you get the ability to cast True Seeing on yourself up to 2 times per day. This isn't really that useful, since you almost certainly have access to someone who will cast True Seeing Communal for your team. At level 6, you gain a +2 bonus to saving throws against illusion spells. There are several nasty illusion debuffs enemies like to throw out, so this is helpful. At level 9, you get some additional damage resistance and immunity to poison. The damage resistance is unimpressive, and you almost certainly have someone who is casting Delay Poison Communal, so these additions are irrelevant. Finally, at level 10, you gain specific bonuses anytime you are wearing your Signifier mask. There's no reason to review these bonuses because the Signifier mask does not exist in Wrath of the Righteous. Consequently, your capstone ability for this class is useless. I rate this class a D for 2 reasons. First, we have already discussed there are multiple mechanics in this class that are either irrelevant or flat out broken. But even more importantly, what this class is meant to do is counterproductive for you. Hellknight Signifier revolves around allowing you to be a caster who can wear armor, but in Pathfinder you can actually be more defensive by not wearing armor and instead focusing on mage armor, archmage armor, mirror image, displacement, greater invisibility, and the like if you really want to be a frontline fighter who has spell casting. So not only are many of the mechanics busted, but the goal of this class just isn't worth it. If you are absolutely dead set on this playstyle, then obviously Hellknight Signifier helps, but otherwise I don't recommend it. Quick note before we review Loremaster, if you enjoyed this video, I really appreciate you subscribing and hitting the like button. This information tells me which content the community is enjoying and helps my videos spread to more people. I really appreciate all of the support. Alright, last on the list, let's review Loremaster. To get this class, you need one of the meta magic feats, skill focus Arcana or World, and the ability to cast 3rd level divine or arcane spells. Most full spellcasters can easily clear these hurdles, and the only sacrifice would be the skill focus feat, which obviously isn't necessary for most builds. The earliest you can get this class is level 6. At level 1, you get your first of 5 levels in Secret. This ability allows you to pick just about any feat or spell in the game and take it regardless of its requirements except for character level, which must be high enough to take the spell or feat. This is bananas and opens up a whole world of possibilities to you. Are you a magus who would benefit from Greater Vital Strike but don't want to burn 3 feats? Take a 1-level dip in Loremaster and pick it up. Are you a sorcerer who wants to get Sense Vitals so your spells will do sneak attack damage? By all means, have at it. CRPG Bro has a fantastic Ember build where he dips her into Loremaster to get the cleric spell Greater Command, which makes her a crowd control monster. The only thing to keep in mind is that each category you see here can only be used once, so you can take 1 cleric spell, 1 wizard spell, 1 rogue talent, etc., etc. Other than that, the possibilities are bonkers and only limited by your imagination. At level 1, you also get spellbook selection, which works just the same as Hellknight Signifier spellcasting, allowing you to continue gaining spell levels while advancing as a Loremaster. At level 2, you can add half your Loremaster level to all knowledge and lore checks. This could be useful to you depending on the makeup of your team and your build. Finally, at level 6, you get a plus 10 circumstance bonus to all knowledge arcana checks, which is probably overkill, but obviously it doesn't hurt you. Overall, I give this class an S+. Loremaster is fantastic and really opens up your build options. That wraps up my rankings for part 3 of our prestige classes overview. In summary, I rank Hellknight S, Hellknight Signifier D, and Loremaster S+. Hope all of you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me a like, share this content, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.